welcome to my What I Eat in a Day. This is my first ever video on YouTube, and I thought it'd be perfect for me to do because I personally like watching these videos, and fitness and nutrition is something that I just really enjoy doing, so I thought it was perfect for me really. I'm off work today, so what you'll be seeing is a relaxed day for me where I've got a bit more time to prepare my food and things. I've just started trying to follow the Slimming World program because I was one of these people before. I would track my macros, I would track my calories, and I was getting a bit too obsessed with it. It wasn't healthy because I found myself thinking about it all the time. So I thought Slimming World would be great for me because I don't have to weigh anything out, I don't have to count anything, so I thought I'd give it a shot really. But I am new to it. I only started this week, so I'm not an expert. I just thought I'd show you what I've been doing and what I'm going to eat today. So I really hope you enjoy the video, and let's get started. So I just started my day with a glass of iced water and added a few slices of lemon to this. This really gets your digestion going and gives you a quick burst of energy. I don't do this every day, although I do try to. It's just sometimes I'm busy and I do forget. Cheers. So for breakfast I had a hot cup of coffee that I sweetened with stevia, and I added almond milk because I don't drink cow's milk. I then added one frozen banana to the blender to make banana ice cream. Now Slimming World says that if you mess with your fruit in any way, if you mush it or if you cook it, you have to sin it. So this one banana became 5 sins, but it was totally worth it because the texture's just like ice cream. It's cold, it's gooey, it's sweet. It's just delicious. So I then added some chopped strawberries and some chopped blueberries. So I then just added some skinny syrup. My flavour's chocolate caramel truffle, and I got mine at TKMAXX. It has absolutely no calories in it, and you can add it to coffees and desserts. And this whole breakfast was 5 sins. So for lunch I decided to have a chickpea and tomato salad. I was planning on having this with couscous, but for some reason I just wasn't feeling that hungry, which is really weird for me because I usually eat and eat and eat. But I just cubed up half of a beef tomato. I also chopped up one red chilli, but you could use more or less depending on your taste. I also diced up a quarter of a red onion and added a handful of coriander. This was super refreshing, and it would make a great side dish at a barbecue. You could have it with couscous, bulgur wheat, pasta, whatever you fancy really. It's really versatile. I then just whacked all the ingredients into the bowl with the chickpeas, about 3/4 of a can of chickpeas in there, and then just give it a good stir together. I added the juice of half a lime, and then I seasoned with salt and pepper. I also added a little pinch of cumin and a little sprinkle of paprika, and it was just delish. It was really, really nice. At about 4 o'clock I got a little bit peckish, so I had a bowl of juicy watermelon, and I also had the apple and cinnamon iced tea from TKMAXX. I just basically let it cool and then added ice. I got the idea from White Lime Salad here on YouTube. She's fab, so I'll link her down below. For dinner I really fancied chips, so I just sliced up some potato into these fry shapes and boiled them for 10 minutes. I also boiled some quinoa and bulgur wheat mix and then just let it simmer for 20 minutes. When my potatoes were cooked, I drained them off and shook them just to roughen the edges a little bit. This is a Slimming World recipe for these chips, and they are gorge, but I did leave them on to boil for a little bit too long and they went a little bit mushy, as you can see. But I managed to salvage them and they were really nice, but I definitely only leave them on for about 5 minutes. I then just spritzed them with some olive oil, but definitely use FryLight if you're on Slimming World. I just didn't have any to hand. And then I seasoned with salt and pepper and a little bit of cayenne pepper as well. So while my chips were in the oven, I whacked the rest of the chickpeas from earlier into my food processor, along with the quinoa and bulgur mix that I just boiled. This was a bit of an experiment, to be honest, but it did turn out really nice. I then added some dried garlic, some cumin and some paprika, but you could add whatever you wanted to this, to be honest. Then I just blitzed it all up and shaped it into these 2 burgers, and then I just popped those in the oven as well. So while they were in the oven, I decided to make a salsa for my burgers. So I just chopped up 1 beef tomato, some garlic, a little bit of red onion, 1 red chilli, a lime, some green jalapenos and a handful of coriander. I mixed that all up into a bowl and then seasoned with some salt and pepper. I made a little side salad for my plate and then just dished up my burgers and topped with my relish. And as you can see, my chips didn't turn out too badly in the end. This whole tea was 3 SYNS, but that was only because of the olive oil that I added to the chips, so it can be SYN free if you use FryLight. It was so yummy and I would definitely cook it again. So for pudding, I wanted to try out the Slimming Well blueberry muffin recipe. So I added 35 grams of oats to a bowl. That was my healthy extra beef for the day. I also added 50 mils of almond milk, but you could use skimmed milk. I added 1 egg. And then I also added 50 grams of blueberries. Now these are going to be cooked, so you will have to SYN the blueberries, but it works out at only 1 SYN for 4, so that's pretty good really. Then I added 2 tablespoons of sweetener, a few splashes of vanilla extract. I then just mixed that all together, gave it a really good stir, and then spooned it into silicone cupcake cases. Leave a little bit of room at the top because they do rise slightly, and then I just popped them in the oven at 180 degrees, and they took about half an hour because I wanted them to go really brown on the top. And they took about half an hour because I wanted them to go really brown on the top. And this is what they look like in the end once I got them out. To be honest, they weren't my cup of tea. I didn't really like them that much. I think maybe I needed to add more sweetener, but they do hit the spot with a cup of tea if you just fancy something sweet quickly. So yeah, they ended up being 1 SYN for 4 of these. And that's the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. I ended the day on 9 SYNS, which is pretty good. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Bye!